My heart's pounding, hands shaking as I see Sarah with Tom. She's laughing, flirty, caught in her lies. My mind's a blur, her smirk cutting deep. I can't breathe, turning away mid-breath. It all started with that courier's gift, pulling me back to the beginning. I'm Mike, and up until everything went sideways, I thought me and Sarah had a pretty decent setup. Not perfect, sure, but solid. We've been married 6 years, living in this little house outside Denver. 2 bedrooms, a patchy lawn, the works. I'm a mechanic, fixing cars all day, and she works at some office downtown, doing admin stuff. That's what she tells me, anyway. Mornings are the same old deal. I'm up at 6, chugging coffee while she's still in bed, mumbling about how she hates Mondays. By the time I'm out the door, she's barely moving. I'd get home around 5, greasy and beat, and she'd be there, tossing something in the microwave, usually those frozen lasagnas she swears she doctored up. We'd eat on the couch, watch some dumb reality show, and call it a night. Routine, you know? Comfortable. I figured that's just how marriage goes after a while. You settle in, things get quiet. I didn't mind it. Loved her, even when she'd snap at me over dumb stuff, like leaving my boots by the door or forgetting to grab milk. She'd always apologize later, flash that big smile, and I'd let it go. Thought we were a team. But looking back, there were signs I glossed over. Like how she started staying late at work a lot, saying her boss was writing her about deadlines. I'd nod, say, "That guy sounds like a jerk," and she'd laugh it off. Didn't think much of it, why would I? She'd come home tired, hair a little messy, and I'd just figure she had a long day. Sometimes her phone would buzz at night, and she'd grab it quick, say it was her sister, Jen, texting about drama. I'd shrug, not big on snooping. Jen's a mess, so it tracked. Then there were the weekends. Sarah used to drag me to Home Depot or some flea market, but lately she'd bail, say she had errands or needed to catch up with a friend. I'd spend Saturday tinkering in the garage, thinking she was out getting her nails done or whatever. She'd roll back late, all breezy, tossing out some quick story about traffic or losing track of time. I'd nod, half listening, not digging deeper. Her smile was enough to keep me from wondering too hard. Maybe I was dumb for that. Maybe I just didn't want to see it. She'd lie about little things too, stuff that didn't even matter. Like last month, she said she paid the electric bill, but I found a late notice in the mail. When I asked, she got all flustered, said she forgot, and I dropped it. Figured she was scattered, not hiding something big. That's how it was, little cracks I patched up in my head because I trusted her. Loved her. Didn't think she'd ever stab me in the back. But then this one Tuesday, everything shifted. I'm home early for once, kicking off my boots, when the doorbell rings. Some courier guy's standing there, scruffy beard, holding a clipboard and a bouquet of roses, red ones, fancy, wrapped in that crinkly plastic. "Delivery for Sarah Parker," he says, shoving them at me. I sign, confused, thinking maybe I forgot an anniversary or something. Nope, calendar's clear. I set them on the counter, and that's when I see it, a little card tucked in the stems. Didn't mean to read it, but my eyes catch the words. "Can't wait to see you tonight, babe. Tom." My stomach does this weird flip. Tom? Who's Tom? She's never mentioned a Tom. My brain's scrambling, telling me it's a mix-up, a wrong address maybe. But it's her name, our house. I stand there, staring at those flowers, that note, and this cold feeling creeps up my spine. She's not home yet, said she's working late again. I don't know what to think, but something's off. For the first time, I'm not just brushing it aside. Something's wrong, and I can't unsee it. So those flowers are sitting on the counter, mocking me. I don't touch them again after reading that note from Tom, but they're burned into my head. Sarah gets home that night, breezy as ever, tossing her purse on the couch like it's just another Tuesday. She sees the roses, freezes for a split second, then grins. Mike, you didn't have to," she says, all fake sweet. I don't buy it. My gut's telling me something's up, but I play along, mumble, "Yeah, sure," and watch her. She doesn't even glance at the card, shoves the whole bouquet in a vase and changes the subject fast, asking about my day. That's when I start noticing. She's too smooth, too quick to dodge. I don't call her out though. Not yet. Just let it sit there, gnawing at me. After that, it's like my eyes are wide open for the first time in years. Every little thing she does starts sticking out. Like her phone, she's glued to it now, way more than before. It buzzes at dinner, and she flips it over, says it's Jen again with her boyfriend crap. I nod, but I'm watching how her fingers twitch, how she keeps it close like it's a lifeline. One night, I'm up late fixing a leaky faucet in the kitchen, and I hear her in the bedroom, whispering on a call. Doors cracked, and she's giggling, voice low, saying stuff like, "Soon, I promise." My chest tightens, but I don't barge in. I just stand there, wrench in hand, feeling like an idiot. She hangs up quick when she hears me clanking around, then pokes her head out, all casual. "You good out there?" I grunt a yes, but my brain's racing. Who's she promising stuff to? Her stories stop adding up, too. She's working late. 3-4 nights a week now, but when I ask about it, she's vague, says it's projects or new clients. I'm no genius, but admin jobs don't flip like that overnight. One time, she comes home smelling like cologne, not mine, some sharp, expensive stuff. I ask, half joking, if her boss is spraying the office down, and she laughs too loud, says it's from the elevator, some guy who overdid it. Right. I let it slide, but it's another splinter in my head. Then there's the car. Her mileage is way off. She says she's just driving to work and back, maybe grabbing coffee, but I checked the odometer one morning when she's in the shower. It's jumped like 50 miles since yesterday. Downtown's 10 miles round trip. Where's she going? I start paying attention, quiet-like. Not stalking her or anything crazy, just observing. She's jumpy now, always got an excuse ready. One Saturday, she says she's meeting Jen for lunch, but I called Jen later about something else, and she's confused, says she hasn't seen Sarah in weeks. My stomach drops. I don't tell Jen why I'm asking, just laugh it off, but it's another piece clicking in. Sarah gets back that afternoon, chatting about how Jen's so dramatic, and I just sit there, nodding, feeling the lie settle in my bones. She's good at this, spinning stories like it's nothing. I used to think she was scatterbrained, but now I'm seeing it's more than that. She's covering tracks. I don't confront her though. Part of me doesn't want to believe it yet, like if I say it out loud, it's real, and this whole life we've got goes up in smoke. So I keep it in, start digging on my own. I check her coat pockets one night while she's in the bath, find a receipt for some bar downtown, timestamped last Friday when she said she was at the office. $20 for drinks, 2 people. My hands shake holding it, but I shove it back before she notices. Another time, I see her texting in the garage, angled so I can't peek, and when I walk up she locks the screen fast, says it's work stuff. At midnight? Come on. It's eating me up, this slow unraveling. Our life doesn't feel like ours anymore, it's hers and whatever she's hiding. I'm still going through the motions, work, dinner, bed, but it's like I'm on autopilot, waiting for the next clue to drop. She's still smiling, still lying, and I'm just watching. That Tom guy's name keeps circling in my head, tying back to those flowers. I don't know who he is, but he's real, and she's not telling me squat. My trust's gone, and what's left is this heavy, sinking feeling that everything I thought we had is slipping away. I'm not ready to face her, not yet, but I can't ignore it much longer. I'm at the point now where I can't pretend anymore. The lies, the weird vibes, they've been piling up, and I'm done brushing them off. It's a Thursday, regular day, except I'm home early again. Shop closed up after a slow shift, so I'm in the kitchen, cracking a soda, when I decide to mess with those flowers still sitting there. Sarah left them on the counter all week, like some trophy, and I've avoided them since that first night. But today, something pulls me back. I grab the vase, half expecting nothing, but the card's still there, tucked in the stems, a little crumpled. I pull it out, and there it is again. Can't wait to see you tonight, babe. Tom. My chest tightens. Tonight. That's what it said. And tonight's now. I stare at it, brains spinning. She's working late. Again, left me a text an hour ago, same old excuse. But this note's no mix-up. It's her name, our address, and it's dated last Tuesday when the courier showed up. I flip it over, and there's more, a little doodle, a heart with S+T in it. My hands go cold. S for Sarah, T for Tom. It's like a punch to the gut, but I don't crumple it or toss it. I just stand there, sorta forgotten, letting it sink in. This isn't some random guy. This is real. She's been playing me, and this stupid card's the proof I didn't want to find. I don't know what to do with it, so I shove it in my pocket and pace the house. My head's a mess. Part of me wants to call her, demand answers, but I know she'll just lie again. She's too good at that. Instead, I sit on the couch, staring at the TV without turning it on, waiting. Hours drag by, and I'm replaying everything, the late nights, the cologne, the bar receipt. It's all clicking now, and I hate it. I hate how blind I've been. Around 9, I hear her car pull up. My heart's thumping, but I don't move. She walks in, all casual, tossing her keys on the table, saying, "Hey, you're still up." I nod, voice stuck, watching her. She doesn't notice the flowers are moved, doesn't ask. Just heads to the bedroom, humming like nothing's wrong. I should have left it there, but I can't. I grab my keys, tell her I'm running to the store, need smokes or something. She barely looks up, just waves me off. I drive around instead, no plan, just needing air. That's when I see it, her car, parked downtown near that bar from the receipt. I wasn't even looking for it, just took a wrong turn, but there it is, under a streetlight. My stomach drops. I pull over, kill the engine, and sit there, debating. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe she stopped for a drink. But I know better. I get out, walk toward the bar, hands shoved in my pockets, feeling like a creep but needing to know. It's not the bar, though. It's the lot next to it, an apartment building, all brick and dim lights. I see her through a ground-floor window, blinds half open. She's there, laughing, hair loose, sitting on a couch with some guy. Tom, I figure. He's tall, dark hair, leaning close, handing her a glass. My heart's hammering so hard I think it'll bust out. She's got that flirty look, the one she used to give me years ago, and he's eating it up. I'm frozen, watching them like some bad movie. She touches his arm, leans in, and I feel sick. My hands shake, sweaty, and my brain's screaming, this is it, this is the truth. All those lies unraveling right here. I don't storm in. Don't bang on the glass or yell. I just stand there, taking it in, letting it burn. She told me she was working. She swore she'd never hurt me again after that fight last year about trust. And now she's here, smirking, cozy with this guy while I'm the idiot waiting at home. My vision blurs, anger, hurt, whatever it is, and I turn away, legs heavy. I stumble back to my truck, climb in, and sit there, gripping the wheel. The card's still in my pocket, digging into my leg like a reminder. I don't cry or scream. Just breathe, slow and ragged, trying to hold it together. Driving home, it's like I'm on autopilot. I don't know how I get there, but I do, and she's still not back. Probably won't be for hours. I sit in the dark, replaying that scene, her laugh, his arm around her, the way she looked at him. It's not just cheating. It's betrayal, straight up, and she's been at it for who knows how long. I feel dumb, used, but mostly empty. Like everything we had just got torched, and I'm the last one to see the smoke. I don't sleep that night. Just sit there, letting the truth settle, knowing I can't unsee it now. I'm still reeling from seeing Sarah with Tom, but I don't let on. She comes home that night, maybe an hour after I do, acting like everything's normal. Hair's a little messy, that same cologne clinging to her, but she's all smiles, asking if I got my smokes. I nod, barely looking at her, and she doesn't push it. Just flops on the couch, scrolling her phone, humming some tune. It's unreal, how she can sit there, lying to my face without blinking. I'm done playing along, though. Not out loud, not yet. Inside, I'm checked out, and she doesn't even notice. The next few days, I start shifting things. Nothing big, she'd catch on if I made a scene, but little moves to pull away. I stop eating dinner with her. Say I'm grabbing food after work, hit a drive-thru instead, and park somewhere to think. She shrugs it off, says, "More for me," and digs into whatever's in the fridge. I used to think her chill attitude was cool, now it's just cold. She's still lying, too. Tells me she's got a team meeting Friday night, but I know what that means. Tom. That apartment. I don't ask, don't care to hear the excuse. Just let her go, watch her leave in that same car I saw downtown, and feel nothing. I'm not sleeping much either. Stay up late in the garage, tinkering with an old carburetor I don't need to fix, just to keep my hands busy. She's in bed by then, or out, and I don't check. Used to wait up for her, make sure she got home safe. Now I hope she doesn't. Mornings are different too. I'm out the door before she's awake, no coffee chats, no goodbyes. She texts once, "You okay? You're quiet lately." And I just say, "Yeah, busy." She buys it, or pretends to. Doesn't matter. I'm not giving her anything anymore. Work's my escape now. I take extra shifts, stay late wrenching on engines, letting the grease and noise drown out the mess in my head. Guys at the shop notice I'm off, ask if I'm good, and I just grunt. "Yeah, fine." They don't push. Meanwhile, Sarah's still acting like we're golden. Leaves me notes sometimes. "Missed you at dinner!" with a little heart, probably to keep me from sniffing around. I toss them in the trash. She's oblivious, or maybe she thinks I'm too dumb to figure it out. Either way, it's pathetic how hard she's still playing this game. I start boxing up my life, slow and quiet. Grab a couple duffels from the closet, stash them in the garage under a tarp. Toss in clothes, my tools, some old photos I don't want her touching. She never goes out there, too busy with her errands, so it's safe. I don't have a plan yet, not fully, but I know I'm not staying. Every time I see her smirk, or smell that cologne, it's like a shove out the door. I call my buddy Jake one night, ask if his spare room's still open. He says yeah, no questions, just tells me to swing by whenever. That's the lifeline I need, something solid to land on when I bolt. She keeps up the act though. Sunday, she's all chipper, suggesting we watch a movie, like we're some happy couple. I say I'm tired, crash on the couch instead, and she doesn't push. Just sits there, texting, probably Tom, while I stare at the ceiling, counting down. It's surreal, her sitting 5 feet away, living her lie, while I'm already halfway gone. The pain's still there, sharp in my chest, but it's hardening into something else. Resolve, maybe? I'm not mad anymore, not like I was. Just done. Done with her fake smiles, her stories, her whole manipulative deal. By midweek, I've got most of my stuff ready. Bank account split, opened a new one, moved half the cash, kept it quiet. She doesn't check that stuff anyway. Too busy playing her double life. I'm not yelling, not fighting. That's not me. I just want out, clean and simple. She comes home late again, Wednesday, and I'm in the garage, staring at those duffels. She pokes her head in, says, "You're always out here now." With this little laugh, like it's cute. I don't answer, just nod, and she shrugs, heads inside. That's it, the last nudge. I'm leaving soon, and she's got no clue. Good. Let her figure it out when I'm gone. It's Friday, and I'm done. No more waiting, no more stalling. I've got my duffels packed, my tools loaded in the truck, and Jake's spare key in my pocket. Sarah's out, said she's grabbing drinks with coworkers, which I know's code for Tom. Perfect. I don't want her around for this. I walk through the house one last time, grabbing a few stray things, a jacket, my old thermos, nothing sentimental about us. The place feels like a shell now, not a home. Her stuff's everywhere, those stupid throw pillows, the flowers still wilting on the counter, but it's not mine anymore. I'm out. I don't leave a note. No point. She'll figure it out when she sees my side of the closet empty, my boots gone from the door. I lock up, toss the key through the mail slot, and climb in the truck. Engine rumbles, and I pull away, not looking back. It's weird, my chest tight, but it's not sadness. More like relief, mixed with this hollow ache. 6 years gone? All her lies, her games, just dust behind me now. I head to Jake's, drop my bags in his guest room, and crash on the lumpy mattress. He doesn't ask much, just hands me a beer and says, "Good to have you, man." That's enough. Sarah texts me Saturday morning. "Where are you? Everything okay?" Playing dumb like always. I don't answer. She calls twice, leaves a voicemail I don't listen to. Probably some sob story to reel me back. I block her number instead. Later, Jake says she showed up at the house, banged on the door, but he told her I wasn't talking. She left, didn't make a scene, guess she's saving the tears for Tom. Doesn't matter. I'm not there to see it, and I don't care. Her reaction's a blip, nothing more. This is about me now. First few days at Jake's are quiet. I'm still working, still turning wrenches, but it's different. Lighter somehow. I'm not carrying her mess anymore. Nights, I sit on his porch, sipping coffee, staring at the stars. It's not all good, my head's still a mess, replaying how she played me, how I missed it. The hurt's there, sharp some days, but it's fading. I'm not mad anymore, not like when I saw her with him. Just tired of it. Tired of her. I start thinking about what's next, maybe a new place, something small, just mine. No rush, though. For now, I'm free, and that's enough. She tries reaching out once more, through Jen this time. Jen calls, says Sarah's worried, spinning some tale about me overreacting. I tell Jen I'm fine, just done, and hang up. Sarah's probably pissed she lost her cover, not me. Let her figure it out. I'm not explaining myself to anyone. The life we had, it was fake, built on her lies, and I'm not rebuilding it. I tossed those roses in the trash at Jake's yesterday, watched the petals scatter in the bin. Felt good, like closing a book. Looking back, it's all a blur, those flowers from Tom, her smirks, the nights I sat alone while she was with him. I don't know what's ahead, not really. Maybe I'll stay with Jake a while, save up, figure out where I land. Maybe I'll mess up, stumble some. But it's my mess now, not hers. I'm out of her web, her manipulative little world, and that's what keeps me going. The uncertainty's there, sure, I've got no map, no big plan. But I'm breathing easier, sleeping deeper, and her voice isn't echoing in my head anymore. She's behind me, fading fast, and I'm okay with that. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the story. And subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new interesting stories. See you soon.